All right. What's up, everyone? Um, just wanted to say something. Attention to all musicians, singers, groups, uh, whatever. We are all ministers. Okay, we're all. Our job is to minister, amen, to people, um, to everyone that we can. And there's just some things, I've been seeing at musicals lately. I want to talk about just, real briefly. First, let me clarify. I am a musician. I'm not the best musician. There are plenty of people out there better than me. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. I'm not the best singer. I'm not, I ain't on nobody's album, nothing like that. But there are some things that are just proper etiquette that we need to start uh, practicing. Uh, First thing is uh, musicians. Uh, there's some cold musicians out there, but we gotta play more skillfully. And when I say skillfully, that doesn't mean who's doing the best run, but that's knowing when to do your runs. That's knowing when to play loud. A lot of musicians are playing too loud nowadays. You can't hear nothing but the music, and it may sound good, but if you're drowning out the words and you're drowning out the people who are in front ministering, then you're not serving your purpose. You're just being loud and obnoxious. So we have to practice discipline and be disciplined musicians. You sound good, but bring it down a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. The big wigs, I'm sure they'll tell you. I may not be a recording artist, but I've been there. I've been around them, and I've known people who record, and I know what they expect in studios and different recordings like that. And them cats ain't blowing out the speakers with the organ and the drums, and you don't have to hit it that hard, man. Again, you sound good, man. These musicians out here, man, they wonderful, but we gotta practice discipline, man. And singers nowadays, we don't have singers like we used to have them, man. And I'm not talking about the one out front. I'm talking about the background singers. Look at Kurt Carr's singers, man, and Ricky Dillard's choir. And they had some lungs, and they pushed out them words, man. We got singers now. We're too dependent on the microphones. So when the mics ain't loud enough, then we looking weird, and can't nobody hear us. And then the music playing too loud. If you're a group, you should all be on the same page. And you all have to compensate for each other. So, if for example, I was at a situation the other night where the mics weren't working too well, so some of the groups, they were singing in the mics and they wasn't hearing themselves. So first off, if you can't hear yourself, don't make it known that you can't hear yourself. We there. We know we can't hear you. But don't ask people in the audience, hey, can you hear me? Like you should be doing that. Don't look at your the other person in your group and be like, hey man, is your mic working? My mic ain't working. No, you taking the focus off of the reason why you there. This isn't you're not okay, you want to be a professional in what you're doing and you want stuff to be right. But if it's not right, if it's not there, the main reason that you're up front is to minister. And you can't minister if you putting the focus on malfunctioning equipment. We have to minister, man. So if it's not, so if your mics ain't working good, just keep singing. The people working the mics know they're not working. The people who are listening for you, they know they can't hear you. And then musicians, if you can't hear your people singing, bring the music down. I mean, so if something wrong, don't show it, man. Keep the song, the focus. It's all about ministry. And last thing, and then I'm done. Last thing, let's support one another, man. Let's support one another. It's sad when you go to a concert and you sitting there and you're hearing groups and you seeing groups get up and then you never see them sit down because they walk out the door and they either outside talking or they gone, they done left, and nobody's supporting one another. So by the time your last two groups, or the last group get up, the church is half empty, man. Ain't nobody else there because nobody stayed to support. Man, we in this together, and the main goal is ministry. we're ministering to one another. So when we come together, man, in these settings, in these concerts, and these church events, or whatever it may be, man, let's remember that we're all in this together. It's all about ministry, and let's practice good etiquette, man, when it comes to musicians and singers and groups and choirs, man, and let's keep ministry that focus. All right, again, I don't know everything, but I know a little bit about etiquette, man. We got to get it together out here, and let's support one another. God bless.